Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dig into DragonSource's pricing. We're going to break down exactly how their model is built, not just to charge you, but to actually grow with you, from your very first project all the way up to a full-scale enterprise. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever landed on a software pricing page and just felt completely lost, right? It's this maze of confusing tiers, surprise fees, and weird add-ons. It's a feeling we've all had. Well, DragonSource is really trying to change that. Their whole idea is that pricing shouldn't be a puzzle you have to solve. It should be clear, it should be fair, and it should just make sense. Okay, so their whole model is built on these four big ideas. And these aren't just buzzwords, they're promises. Value-based means you're paying for the results you get. Predictable and accessible mean you can start for free without any risk. And you're never going to get hit with surprise fees. And scalable? This one is huge. It's actually designed to get cheaper per person as you grow. So let's see how that actually works. All right, so let's kick things off where most people start their journey with DragonSource, the plans for individuals. This is really where that accessible principle comes to life. So, which one's for you? The free plan? Think of it like your personal sandbox. It's perfect for just trying things out with 100 AI calls a month. Now, if you're a creator or a serious hobbyist, that personal plan at $19 a month, that's probably your sweet spot. But look, if your work depends on this tool, the Pro plan at $49 is a total no-brainer with unlimited calls and priority support. Oh, and here's a pro tip for you. If you know you're going to stick with the personal or Pro plan, paying annually saves you 17%. I mean, that's basically like getting 2 months on the house. A pretty good deal if you ask me. Okay, but what happens when you're not just a one-person show anymore? What happens when you become a growing team? This is where the whole model kind of flips from personal projects to organizational impact, and the pricing grows right along with you. So for businesses, we're talking about a per-user cost now. But the big thing to notice here is how easy it is to get started. A small team of 5 can get going for just $29 per user. As you grow, the business plan at $49 adds even more power. And then you've got Enterprise, which is basically a blank canvas to build a totally custom solution. And this is where that scalable principle we talked about gets really, really cool. See, a lot of platforms just send you a bigger bill as you add more people. DragonSource actually rewards you for it. Your cost per person isn't fixed. It's designed to go down. Let's look at how this actually plays out. Once your team hits 20 people, bam, a 10% discount kicks in automatically. Get to 50 users, and that jumps to 15%. And for big organizations with over 100 people, you're looking at discounts of 20% or even more. You see what's happening? This isn't just a price list, it's more of a partnership model, where their success is tied to your growth. All right, next up, we're diving into something a bit more specialized, government agencies. And this is important. This is not just the business plan with a new name on it. This is a whole solution built from the ground up for the unique security and compliance needs you find in the public sector. The best way to think about the government plan is like a set of building blocks. It all starts with the core platform, which is priced per user. From there, they can stack on extra layers of security, like physical Dragon keys for every device, and then bundle in whatever compliance and support packages they need to meet their strict rules. Okay, so no matter what plan you're on, whether you're an individual, a business, or a government agency, there are ways to customize your experience. This is all about the little things that let you scale beyond the normal limits of your plan. So first up, let's demystify this word overage. It sounds a little scary, but it's actually a super simple idea. If you use more stuff than your plan includes, you just pay a small, predictable price for that extra usage. It's a key part of that predictable promise. No surprises. You know exactly what you're paying for if you go over. And here's a look at the actual rates for those AI calls. You see the pattern here, right? Just like those volume discounts, the higher up you go in plans, the cheaper your overage costs get. A personal user pays 2 cents for an extra call, but a business user, just 1 cent. It's just one more way the system is built to reward growth. Now, besides just paying for overage when you need it, you can also customize your plan ahead of time with these add-ons. They can be simple things like buying extra storage, or they can be total game changers for certain industries. I'm talking about really specific stuff like HIPAA compliance if you're in healthcare, or even training a custom AI model on your company's own data. And, of course, to make all this as painless as possible, they have flexible payment options. Individuals will use a credit card, but businesses and government clients can pay with a bank transfer, an invoice, or even a purchase order, which, if you've ever worked in a big company, you know is an absolute must-have. Okay, So let's wrap this all up by talking about the promises DragonSource makes to every single customer. This is their guarantee, and it really brings us full circle back to those 4 principles we started with. Promise number 1. No hidden fees. Simple as that. What you see is what you get. No setup charges, no weird line items on your bill. Promise number 2. Your price is locked. When you sign up for an annual plan, that price is set in stone for the whole year. So you don't have to stress about some random price hike 6 months in your contract. And finally, promise number 3, total flexibility. If your needs change, you're not stuck. You can downgrade whenever you want, and if you're on an annual plan, they'll even give you a prorated refund. Honestly, that's a level of trust you just don't see very often. When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one single idea. It doesn't matter if you're on the free plan or have a massive government contract. Every single price point is tied directly to the value you're getting. It's the simple philosophy behind this whole model. So I'll leave you with this to think about. We've gone through all the numbers, the discounts, the guarantees. But when you look past the spreadsheet, what's the real value of a tool that doesn't just charge you more as you get bigger, but actually cheers you on and helps you scale? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.